it's when you go up to Iowa City, they're going to give you all they got. So, we're preparing for a tough physical game, and, we expect nothing less.
Hey, Jabrill, how much better prepared are you guys, through November as opposed to last year? I mean, the penalties are down. You guys seem like a more disciplined team. How much better prepared are you guys?
Just like you said, we've all been on the field before. Like I told you guys last time, we've been here before. We know how to win now. We know what and what not to do. And, it's just part of growing up and maturing. We got a lot of savvy guys out there, and we try to make the least amount of mistakes to, put us in the best position to win.
You had so many tackles for loss in those first few games, and since then, have people been defending you differently? Have they been trying to put a couple blockers on you?
Not necessarily. It's different schemes that the offices are running. So I'm more of a set. Some games I'm more of a set the edge kind of guy. Free up other guys, and those don't show up on the stats, but that's what I take pride in. I'm not the biggest guy, but I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna set that edge so the cavalry can come and do what they got to do.
Jabrill, on offense, what do you enjoy? Not just about being on offense, but what do you enjoy about being a part of this offense?
Like I said, our offense, we don't do anything sexy. You know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get two back. We're gonna run at you and we're gonna throw the ball. And I might be the wrinkle, Chris Evans might be the wrinkle, but, it's nothing better than that for, you to know that they know what you're going to do and you still have, success doing it. So it's no better feeling than that.
Any nerves in throwing the toss back to Wilton on Saturday?
No nerves. It's never nerves when you're prepared, and I feel as though the coaches do a great job of preparing us week in and week out. So we just go out there and do what we do best.
Jabrill, do you guys look at the numbers that this defense is, but some of them are like historic numbers as far as quarterback rating and all that stuff. Do you guys have that in your mind?
Not really. We know what kind of defense we are. We don't need anybody to tell us. We believe we have the best defense in the country, regardless of what anybody says. If anybody feels differently, just put the ball down. Let's play 60 minutes of football.
Do you what's the best stat defensively that you guys strive for in a given game?
3 and outs. Get off the field. Get an offense the best possible field position to start their drive with. I'm a defensive guy returning punts, so that's my mindset when I'm back there. Of course, I want to score, but this is a game of inches. Who knows when you might need that inch. So that's just our mindset. 3 and out, 4 and out. If they want to go for it, just get off the field. I think that's what we really try to fall back on.
It's allowing them to have so much success on the outside in the last game.
Coach Durkin, he was our DC last year. When he was here, he felt as though we struggled with tempo and, on the edges. So, we kind of thought that we was going to get a game plan similar to that. We didn't know how much, spread it was going to be and how open they were going to, have us. They just wanted to see what kind of box we were in and, make our guys make tackles in space. They missed some, but, we made them when it counted.
What's tough to tackle on a screen like that? It seemed like they ran a lot of those.
It was just a great play call for, the defensive unit we were in. It's not really tough to tackle, we were getting after the quarterback. They did a tunnel screen, and, DJ Moore is a real good athlete, and, he made a couple guys miss. And, but the object is just get them on the ground, give us a place to stand. And they didn't get in the end zone, so, we pride ourselves with that.
Jabrill, with the success the team's having, the success you're having, what's it like right now to walk across campus?
I try to lay low. I just want to play football. All these cameras and stuff. It's kind of, but you probably have to ask somebody else. I'm in class. I'm in my house. I don't really.
What's laying low for you? What do you like to do when you can kind of get away from practice?
I don't wear anything football related. Try to keep a hat on. Headphones on, things like that. Just doing what I got to do, stay grounded, don't get too low, don't get too high.
The offensive guys said that they study some NFL guys to pick up tips. I wonder, defensively, do you study anyone?
Of course.
Who do you model after?
You want to try to be the best, so you got to see what the best are doing. So, I study guys like Deion Buchanan, Tyrann Mathieu, Tahir Whitehead, Earl Thomas, Eric Berry, just people like that who, I think I have similar skill sets to, see what they do, how do they get the edge, and, just try to emulate that or implement it in my game.
Do you know ahead of time when you might go in for a series, or is it just go?
Well, typically, after a drive, I'll sit with we have our little defensive meeting on the sideline, and Coach Brown, he tells me if I'm good or if I need to stand listen. So if he tells me I'm good, I just go stand by the offense, and wait for my number to be called. But if I had a bad series, then I got to sit there a little bit longer. But after that, then I go.
Harbaugh said a couple weeks ago that last year he was looking around for you and he couldn't find you. Sometimes he wanted to put you in the game.
Yeah.
Now are you just kind of in his hip pocket?
Yeah, I'm just there now. I don't want to miss any more opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, was that something that he said that should change, or
Oh,
you
no,
just kind of figured that out yourself?
Yeah, that was just kind of me. I didn't want to miss any, opportunities. Just like I said.
Do you badger him during the game? Do you say,
Oh, no.
when am I going in?
No. I'm just. He sees me. Whenever he feels as though the time is, that's when the time is. He gets paid to coach. I get paid to. Well, don't get paid. But my job is to make him look good. So. So
Jabrill, you have two of your team's next 3 games on the road.
Yes.
Is there anything you do kind of personally to prepare yourself for that, adjust your schedule, take care of yourself a little bit?
No, not really. Football is football. The field is still 103 yards long, 53.3 yards wide. So we just, I guess when you talk about the offense, I guess they try to, emulate the sound or the loudness that may occur. But, other than that, it's nothing different. Same preparation.
Are you surprised at kind of how the schedule shook out? It's your first out-of-state game in more than a month.
Not really. Whoever's on the schedule, that's what we got to play.
Jabrill, Coach Harbaugh has mentioned you as a Heisman candidate. You come up sometimes in that conversation. Did you follow it all? Do you care about it at all?
Personally, I feel as though it's an offensive award. I just want to, play the best ball I can play to, help my team get as many wins as we possibly can. If accolades follow, then accolades follow. But my main concern is to get a W Saturdays. That's it.
You've said a lot of times that the cameras and stuff, kind of, you don't like all that hype and stuff, but how did that mindset get ingrained in you, or when did it?
Well, high school, I kind of, embraced all of it, because it was new to me. But now it's just kind of like, I just want to play ball. People constantly at me, on Twitter, saying stuff they would never say if they were in my presence. And it's just crazy to me that, all this stems from me doing what I love. I don't understand it. But, like my brother always told me, to whom much is given, much is expected. So, it's a double-edged sword, so it's my responsibility to handle it the right way.
Jabrill, from your first year here, when there was some losing going on and you had injuries and stuff, to where you are now, did you still think this was possible, going through that first year, struggling and everything else?
Absolutely. You always want to have a positive mindset. We had a lot of young guys. We had a lot of guys who weren't playing yet, and we always had that that work ethic. It was just execution. And I felt as though we wasn't executing well. And when Coach Harbaugh came, he made competition, the main thing. If you're scared to compete, you're not gonna play. And I think that brought a lot of stuff out of people that they didn't know they had inside of them. And it's just the results are showing. So, we're just gonna keep competing, keep striving, keep getting each other better, and see how this thing ends up.
Does that include you? Did he bring something out of you that you didn't know you had?
Absolutely. He coaches me hard, just like he does the rest of us. And sometimes, particularly in summer camp, when you didn't feel like practicing, you didn't feel like getting up, he just gave you that extra push to help you push through.
Do you think he ever maybe pushes you a little extra hard because he knows you're a competitor and kind of like him in some ways?
I was always told, the best players are going to get coached the hardest. So I don't look at it like that. I just look at it as, if they're not saying nothing to you, then they don't love you, So we all get coached hard, and, we know what it is, and we know how to take it. We don't take anything personally. It's all for what it is, just to get better and, win as many games as possible.
Do you actually get yelled at?
We all get yelled at. we all get yelled at. Yeah.
How often do you lean back on your brother's advice? I mean, is that the only thing, or are there other things?
Oh, it's definitely other things, but that was basically my main role model growing up. So a lot of the things that he instilled in me, I still carry with me.
Do you think about how he would view you having all this attention and all this stuff?
Well, he was the one who called it actually.
Oh, really?
So,
There's-
I could hear him now saying, "I told you, little bro."
Oh, yeah?
Yo, just stick to the plan. That's
What did he
told
tell
me.
you? What age was that?
I was probably like, I want to say 8 or 9. It was probably like my 3rd year playing. And he was like, little bro, you got a gift. Like, if anybody could make it, it's you. And that's something, when he would tell me that, I was just like, yeah, whatever. I was just doing it because I was the youngest. I was the youngest out of, all my cousins and my brothers. And, typically the youngest, he gets picked on the most. You got to play with the older guys. And, when I finally got a chance to play with people my age, it was just, it was just easy. It felt natural.
You were the youngest of